I love you. I need you to survive. Hey guys. Ah! Oh yeah. Hey guys, welcome back to another YouTube video. So, I forgot what I was going to say. I forgot what I was going to say in all honesty. Yes, in this video I'm going to be doing Q&A. I had posted this on my Instagram and my other social media platforms, like WhatsApp and Snapchat and so forth. And so I got some questions and I'm just going to do a run through, answer them, be as honest as possible, and yeah, hope you guys enjoy this video. And just a little disclaimer guys, I do apologize for the background noise. I live next to a highway and so kind of full of people. I can't really control that. I try my best to kind of maybe turn down, limit the background noise to maybe film in the night and so forth. But today the sunlight is amazing and so I want to try to use natural light to get this video, so I apologize for the background noise. Let's get into it. Question number 1 says, where or who do I get my fashion inspiration from? In all honesty, like I have to think about the question. I spent a lot of time on Instagram looking at fashion, and when I was younger as well, I did a lot of research on like fashion and style and so forth. So I think all of that comes together to let me just kind of think outside of the box when I put looks together. There are a few people on Instagram like men's stylists or so forth that I might see might do 1 or 2 looks that I like, and I may try to incorporate looks from them. But in all honesty, I just try to think outside of the box when I'm putting outfits together, and things that suit me. I believe that I can just wear anything that I want to wear, so I try not to limit myself when it comes down to fashion, and just push the envelope, and just as long as I feel confident, we're good. Yeah. So there are no names that like pop out to me that like I get fashion inspiration from them like immediately, but there are 1 or 2 people who I do draw inspiration from. Yeah, I should probably name one, but nobody not come to me right now. I'm sorry. All right. Question number 2. Why did you choose to study medicine? And people usually ask me this question a lot because a lot of people assume that I study law or that I do something in maybe the social sciences or so forth, because of my personality. But I decided to become a doctor when I was in maybe 4th grade, maybe at 10 years old or so forth. So I decided that I wanted to study medicine because there was this little girl in my prep school, and she was just in like kindergarten too, I think, at the time, and she had a brain tumor, and she wasn't able to get the treatment that she wanted in Jamaica, and unfortunately she succumbed to her injuries and she passed away. And I looked at it from the perspective of maybe if we had more practitioners that focused in that field, pediatric neurosurgery, maybe it could have helped to spare her life. And so from that point onwards, I decided that all right, nobody want to become pilot no more. Everybody want to become pilot when they're little. I didn't want to become a pilot anymore. I said, okay, I'm going to pursue a career in medicine. And from that point onwards, grade 4, I've stuck to it, and here we are now by God's grace. So yeah, that's why I chose to study medicine. Medicine is in itself is a fulfilling career. I do enjoy studying medicine. It's arduous. As you can imagine, there's a lot to learn, and knowledge is forever. You'll never stop learning. But I enjoy studying it, and I'm looking forward to when I go into 3rd year, when I get to do more practical stuff as it relates to medicine in general. So yeah. Next question. Question number 3 says, what's your love language? I honestly feel that I don't have enough experience in relationships to know what, or I don't think I know what my love language is, in all honesty. I did some research when I saw the question. I read like an article about love languages, and I don't know if any of them apply to me. I don't think I know all love languages, and that's okay. I have time. I'm young. I can figure it out as time progresses. So yeah. All right. So that was question number 3. Question number 4 says, what's your ideal woman? Chocolate. Melanin, I'm really obsessed with girls with like nice brown chocolate complexion, nice natural hair, Afrocentric. That's my ideal woman. But looks aside and all of that, just honestly somebody who I can vibe with, somebody that's just, relatable, nothing feels forced, everything just feels natural. I'm all about energies. I talk about it all the time. Energy, we love to see it. So yeah, somebody who I can just vibe with and just be myself, maybe somebody who shares the same interests as me, maybe she like fashion or like the interior decorating, putting things together, maybe the arts like poetry and paintings, art shows and them some there. So yeah, that's my ideal woman. Still, well, I'm not gonna say me still as well. I'm not really looking for nobody right now, but if it happens, it happens. Num- Number 5. How do you get through your worst days? Hmm. Poetry helps a lot. Poetry helps on my worst days when I just, and especially now with this second book, I'm trying to not think as much when I'm writing. I just really allow the pen to just move on the paper and just let everything just pour out. And so poetry has really been a saving gracious, you know what I mean? Yeah, to express myself and to get through my worst days. Worship as well, like playing gospel music and just trying to meditate. And when I'm having my bad days, I try not to really stay in my apartment as much, because you're here all the time and then, you're having those days you just maybe you kind of feel confined. So I maybe try to go outside and take a walk, take a jog, or go to this cafe where I do a lot of my studying and my poetry, and just go there, try to ease my mind, and I stay there for a while, play my calm, relaxing music, do my poetry, maybe just unwind a bit. So on my worst days, that's what gets me through. Yeah. All right. Number 6 says, anything in the pipes you want your fans or you want us fans to look out for? Well, in my second to last, my video before my last video, yeah, I spoke about me writing my second book. So I'm working on my second book, and that's going to be coming out in summer of this year. I gave myself the deadline of July, so that's when I want my book to come out. I'm also working on another book. My plan this year was to put out 2 books. So I'm trying to work with my school timetable and the studying that I have to get done, and with the initial deadline for this poetry book, and then hopefully I can get my other book, in the running. But that's the plan. I want to try to work more on the fashion aspect of things, get my business rolling again. So I have many ideas, some things I've conceptualized, and I just want to get the ball rolling, go and save my money, and do what I have to do. So yeah, I like that question. Thank you for asking me that. All right, next questions or next question. What are some nice places in your town to vacation to, and what are the tickets like? In all honesty, where I live is kind of country. I'm not going to lie. Hefei is kind of bush. It's developing though. It's developing a lot, but it's more scenic. It's more natural. So there are a lot of parks and natural attractions like that, forest reserves and so forth. And so forth. So if that's what you're looking for, that type of energy, just visit the parks and those stuff, go hiking and so forth. Yeah. Um, hmm. Things that come to my mind. Actually, we have Dashushan. Dashushan. That's a mountain, very very high mountain. You can hike there and so forth. Very beautiful. I went to another place last week that was really nice. It's called Zupong Mountain. That was a vibe. I've loved about that. So you can watch my last video. Where else? Bagon Bagonyuan, Bagonyuan Park. I think that's the name of it. We call it Lordboard Park, but I think it's Bagonyuan Park. I think that's the name of it in Chinese. Yeah, that's a nice place as well. There's some forest reserves around the place as well. So yeah, a few places. in Hefei that are very natural and scenic. If you want to go to the museums, we have a few here. There's this really cool place called 1972 as well that I really like to go to. So it's like this, I think it's an old prison and they've like refurbished it and changed it up a lot. I've done a few photo shoots there as well. It's very artistically inclined. So they have different areas where they have different types of art displays. So you might have abstract art, you might have sculpting and so forth. And what they do there is that every week you go there, like certain parts have different themes. So I think that's really cool that they're always changing the art, and it's really a vibe. To come to China, in all honesty, is not very expensive, in my opinion. The most popular routes to get here are to like travel to a hub. So for example, maybe New York or LA, and travel to a hub from Jamaica and then to fly from there to come to China. When I came to China, I flew from Boston, and my ticket from Boston to China was like 500 US dollars. And from Jamaica to Boston, like 300 and something US. So approximately like 800 and something US dollars maybe for a ticket. It can be less, can be more. Not sure now with the COVID restrictions and so forth. However, and hotels aren't really expensive as well because Airbnb is what I would recommend you to do. There are many Airbnbs all over the place, and you can find really nice places here in Hefei. So if you're interested, you can always DM me on Instagram and ask me any questions about Hefei, and I'm always willing to answer as long as I have the time. So yeah. Next question. Question number 8. Question number 8. What's living alone like? I like living alone because I enjoy my own company and I enjoy my own space. What I don't love is all the responsibilities. Like, God. I mean, even when I lived at school, I still had these responsibilities. But now the space is bigger and it's just me. Because once we start clean, if I start cleaning one area, I just go clean everywhere. And then by the time I quint, it moves from 5 minutes to an hour. Like, it takes a lot of time. Right now, I'm supposed to go to laundry, but I'm trying to maximize on the sunlight so I can shoot my video. So when I finish, I'll go put up my clothes, go do my laundry, and go take out my book. So it takes a lot of time to like get certain things done, especially when it's you alone. But it's important because it teaches responsibility and for you to help to maximize your time management skills and so forth. God bless parents because my mother is really a superhero. If I do so much things all my life, we take it for granted when we're not the ones that have to do it. But when you're actually in a situation and live by yourself and you're doing this whole adulting thing, it's a lot of work. Mommy, I love you. God bless you. All right. Next question. What keeps me motivated? Ambition. Ambition. I've always been the type of person who I just want more for myself. A lot has been given to me in my life. I'm so thankful for my parents. They've always been there and they've always provided for me. But I've always wanted my own, if you get what I mean. I've always wanted to just push myself, to maximize my potential and to just have things for myself, you know? So I think that's what keeps me going. You know, even with me being a med student and, you know, still ensuring that I tap into my creative side by doing the fashion and the poetry and so forth. I want to be multifaceted and I just want to push myself to just do all that I can do. Honestly, guys, I thought I finished recording the video, or so I thought. I ran through the last question and I did my outro and everything, and it wasn't recording. I had battery saver on, and then I turned on back the camera and I sat down and I did the last question on the outro again, and the storage did full. So honestly, I hope I hope this one goes through. I hope this one goes through because I've been talking for a while, so the phone probably get tired of me. But yeah, see, a while ago I had low power mode come on again. All right, so the last question says, what is it like being a black person in China? It's an interesting experience. When I just came, especially, sometimes I felt really uncomfortable in some spaces because I felt that people were a bit invasive. You know, I wanted them come in your face with the cameras and they're touching your skin and they're touching your hair. But no, I'm not so much. I try not to really think about it as much. I just live and you know, try to just live. And if I'm uncomfortable now, I'm not afraid to like speak up and just say, you know, I'm not comfortable, and because now I can actually maybe communicate more effectively in Chinese, so I can say I'm not comfortable, or and, I try to just remove myself from situations so I don't feel as yeah. And at my school, for example, we have a large black community. Like in my class, half of my class is Jamaicans, so I have a community there, and so you don't feel as out of place. Sometimes you might be in a setting where you're the only black person, especially now with me living off norm and stuff. But yeah, how I look at it, I feel that it's all a part of the experience. I chose to come here knowing that there would be a cultural difference and so forth. So I just look at it as being a part of the experience. It's just one aspect of it. And as I said, if I'm uncomfortable, then I'll just try to remove myself from that situation. Or if somebody gets really rude, then maybe respond. I'm a punk. So yeah, just be respectful. I guess if there's no problem with anybody, and just yeah. So those are all my questions. I'm sorry for speeding through this last one, but my storage, I apologize. But yeah, guys, I'm really thankful for all the support that you guys have given me thus far. Thank you for being with me since the inception of this channel. The goal is to try to bring the channel to 500 subscribers by mid-February. That's the plan, to bring it to 500 subscribers, to bring it to 1,000 subscribers, and we can just keep on growing and growing and growing. Retainer is not making me bigger today. I'm sorry. Sorry, but yeah, I want the channel to continue to grow, and for me to bring you guys along my journey through med school when I start my career as a practitioner and residency and all of that into adulthood. And on sorry, I'm blabbering. Thank you guys so much for supporting me along my journey. I really do appreciate all the support, all the love, and until next time, Sashin.